Where's that thing? This thing. Bop. Ba-dum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay, let's minimize that and lower that because it's gonna be a fuck shit. Okay, let's go straight into desktop 2, start the Tyranny, get our little monsty, and say hello. Hey there guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome, we are live. I'm NibletK, and today I feel great. So here's the long short of it. This is Tyranny. I am really new to CRPGs and RPGs in general, and also I have been fascinated about board games a long time in my life. Never got to play a lot of them. Still very fascinated of them, and I still remember being super fascinated about CRPGs, watching basically landscapes and characters and stuff like that in magazines, but never getting to play them. So I am now literally on an epic quest, from my point of view, to get into these games and fulfill my childhood dreams and just continue being a nerd. But anyways, I am having a ton of fun. If you get to see the last video, that's pretty much where I think I ended it. I kept thinking about it, and that was it. That was the end of that run. So we're not going to continue that super hard run. Thus, because I played Path of the Damned, okay? You really need to know what Path of the Damned means. You gotta know the game. I do not know the game. I started knowing the game, and the game was like, you know what? Fuck you. With a gib, capital F, okay? They were like, nope, fuck you. This is an encounter. You managed to get half of the troops away, so I wasn't even fighting the entire army. And I was getting decimated over and over again. Then I reloaded something a little bit earlier, had a conflict to do again, which I did before, but I started to get decimated again. And I was like, no, you know what? Fuck you. Hard is enough is suited for veteran players of isometric RPGs, such as Pillars of Eternity, blah blah blah, who are looking for a challenge. That's good. I can. Survival requires micromanagement and optimization of stats through items, spells, and abilities. Enemy AI is more efficient and uses abilities more frequently. Hard is enough. So let's do that. So basically, we're starting fresh. Now I did look up a guide, which granted was a guide for super hard mode.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world. All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Narad, spy master and archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die. Graven Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice,
Oh boy.
eldest of Kairos' minions. Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Alright, so we're gonna start like I was saying, fresh. New character, new everything. Watch the tutorial with like basic things, what to do, what not to do, how to manage. I didn't look up builds or anything, but a general big gist of what things you should try to do and what things you should try to avoid. So I watched it twice and we're gonna try to go on what I think I have remembered. Also, ow. So we're gonna go with male, definitely. Either huge chungus, normal, or skinny, tall skinny. No, we're gonna be as a little buff boy. The little buff boy. Yeah, okay. Pale, nah, a little bit of skin, sure. Next on that, let's see. This is the guy I want it to be, right? That's my portrait from last time. I actually do enjoy that one, because he has like the full on beard. I like that beard. Not much to say about this guy. Yeah. Sure. Sneaky voice. I think we had face number 1. And then we have this brown style. And I kind of liked the either this or this, the Anduin basically. We're gonna go with the super buzz cut and with the ultimate beard. Where is it? Not the chops. The chops look cool, but not the chops. That, right? That's the better one? Or that? Full beard. Full beard. Next. How did you join Kairos' army? Lawbreaker. Pit fighter, hunter. This is our backstory basically. Nah. I'm just gonna go with soldier again. Sure, soldier. Here's something I wanted to look at. So, javelin. Nah. Two-handed weapons. Chuck. We're gonna go two-handed all the way today. Today we got Sunder and Cleave. Ooh. I'm gonna take Cleave. Yes. I like that. If I take Spear and Shield, I don't really care. Two-handed, we get the War Mace. And we get more to two-handed athletics and parry. So apparently defense is a big thing in this game. Yeah, we're gonna go with the... What's this thing? 1521 crushing. Recovery 175. Wait, what's the 275 total? I don't get it. Ah, so our recovery is 2.5 and this is 2.75. Okay. This thing does 12 to 16 piercing slash and piercing damage. This thing does 15 to 21. Okay, I can deal with that. So two-handed guy. Our banner is gonna be like the big ass hammer. Whatever. I like the green or the teal. Let's do the teal with the white. The golden hammer. Okay, let's do the golden hammer. I like that. On red, super red, brown. No, it's washed red. Yeah, the wash red. I kind of like the teal, though. Let's go with the teal. Sure. Name. Guy. The Adventures of Guy. Attributes. Might determines the physical strength of a character. Increasing might leads to more powerful attacks and stronger abilities, as well as increases endurance defense. Let's see. Someone said quickness. No, finesse is most important because finesse attributes describe a character's physical and mental precision. Finesse is used to determine accuracy of attacks and spells, as well as increase worn armor's chances to reduce a hit type. Example, a critical hit to a hit or a hit to a graze. So apparently that is the best thing there is. Now we start off on a blank slate. So let's reduce everything, apparently, as all the other stats are like meh. Let's start at super whatever. Can I actually increase this all the way? We can go to 18. Okay, that's not bad, right? People said also vitality might be good a little bit. Second, I guess. Will defense. Will defense is confusion. Okay. Wits. So let's do some might. Okay. Let's do maybe vitality. Okay, let's do more might. How far do I want to take might? 16? Okay, we're gonna do that. Cool. So we have 18 finesse, 16 might, and 10 vitality. Resolve. Apparently that is something that is strongly recommended. Affliction, duration, endurance, will, and magic defense. Okay. So parry and dodge apparently are like super important. The dodge skill defends against ranged attacks from bows, javelins, or magic. Higher skill ranks will reduce damage taken or even cause enemies to miss their attacks. Base value, quickness, finesse. Okay, so parry works from finesse. Cool. Our lore is bleh. Our subterfuge is bleh. Two-handed weapons skills. You can't reduce these. But sure, let's get this up to 40. Let's get our athletics, no, our parry to 50. I can do this like athletics. What does athletics actually? Ability to traverse difficult terrain as well. Okay. 44 seems like a decent number. Lore. We're gonna need some lore. I know subterfuge is good for some things, like for cracking certain things. Oh, 50 is the max I can put in. So let's do one athletics. Do I want the subterfuge now? Or do I go with this? You know what? Let's do this. Screw that. We're doing it. It is what it is. Let's do the conquest again. Since this is a fresh run, let's do the conquest again. Here we go. The adventures of Guy.
All the world has fallen to
Begin.
Kairos, and now the Overlord's eye is on the Tears, our home, the last corner of the world free of Kairos' reign. Two armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, march south from the Northern Empire, the last realm to fall to Kairos a century prior. In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrive at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tearsmen so long believed unassailable. Unable to agree on a unified plan of defense, the various leaders of the Tears sit and wait for each other to deal with the conquerors, until it's too late.
We're gonna have to take a look at our options again a little bit, but we'll do that afterwards. During a conquest, you will decide your character's actions during Kairos' invasion of the Tears, shaping the world through which you will adventure over the course of the game. Each choice you make affects your character and how major factions and Tears respond to you. Your decisions matter, choose wisely. Okay, cool. 428, year 1 of Kairos' conquest. Let's go. Okay, we have the Bastard City. Stood on the northern border between Kairos' empires and the tiers, built upon a natural harbor at the crossroads between the realm. The city was a nexus of commerce. To the tiers, it was the center of all wealth. To a northerner, it was little more than a backwater trading post. Its symbolic status as a gateway to the continent made it a natural first target in Kairos' military conquest. Circumstances were ideal for you to prove your worth as a soldier of in Kairos' armies. Taking the city would send a message to the rest of the tiers. Kairos' will is insurmountable. Let's see. So we got Gates of Judgment. The armies of Kairos took the battle to the Gates of Judgment, trumpeting the opening call of the conquest of the tiers. The two armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, brought their distinctive sense of order and chaos to the assault. You went to battle alongside the army whose approach best suited your strength. Infiltrate the tiers. History would remember the Gates of Judgment as the first battle of the conquerors, but the real combat unfolded with advantage. Units of both armies preparing for the coming war. The Disfavored and each had a plan to infiltrate the capital city. Which army did you join? So let's go to the Gates. The Disfavored. Shield to shield with Kairos ironclad elite. You advanced on the mercenary army purchased by the nobles of the Bastard City. The Legion wanted to send a message to the tiers that superior breeding and disciplined training would win the day. The Bastard City learned too late that the military is earned and never bought. The mercenary army quickly found themselves outclassed by the superior tactics and formations of the Disfavored. Those few who lived to the end of the battle were rounded up. The weak executed, the strong enslaved, to haul the army's wagons on the journey south. Next we have to judge the enemy. The soldiers of the tiers fell by the hundreds, and Kairos' armies could not agree on how to handle what few survivors they dragged back to the camp. Befitting your role, the commanders turned to you to decide the fate of those who occupied prison pens. There were only enough prisoners to support the plan and a single army. Needed slaves to haul their gear, dig latrines, and keep their pallets warm at night. You can assign the survivors of the battles to roll among Graven Ash's noble troops. You gave prisoners the chance to serve in Kairos' army or die. The Scarlet Chorus was in need of extra troops to fill up the vanguard, and your former enemies would occupy those slots nicely. Sure, let's do that. You armed cooperative ex-soldiers with scrap weapons and tossed them into the vanguard of the next Scarlet Chorus assault. Those who survived were welcome to take up the arms and armor of the fallen and eke out a desperate struggle to survive in Kairos' military. After their first victory, you rewarded the new recruits with the opportunity to execute their wounded or reluctant countrymen. The armies of Kairos amassed around the Bastard City, the first bastion of the tiers fall. Both armies longed to storm the walled outpost. The Scarlet Chorus howling for plunder, and the Disfavored forming an unbreakable shield wall. Your prowess on the field of battle had carried them this far, but there was one more step before total victory. Both the armies had inspired schemes to take the Bastard City. Which did you support? Let's see. Assault on the main gates. Vanguard in a direct assault upon the city. We get Warrior's Respite. Minus 50% damage for 12 seconds and plus 50% health every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. Burn the city. Then we get Searing Palm. I don't need that. Sabotage the city's defenses. What is this? Concealing shadows. 100% graze deflection for minus accuracy, plus 200 dodge, and plus 200 parry for 12 seconds. During this time, your attacks will also be less effective. I mean, we either make 50% less damage, or we have 100% less accurate, 100 less accuracy. Sure, let's do Concealing Shadows. Though it was challenging to earn the cooperation of both armies, their shared interest in taking down the city defenses allowed your scouts to work as a single unit. Once your forces scaled the walls, a mixture of tactics and savagery destabilized the city guard, who quickly lost their commander over the defenses and were forced to surrender. Lacking the support of archers or siege weapons, the bastard city fell quickly to Kairos' superior might. Crumble! I'm never gonna play these games on the super high difficulty ever again, unless I am once due and done with the game and comfortable with it. Never making that mistake. Don't try kicking yourself in the balls from the first time. Okay? Learn to walk. Then trip, kick, fall, scream. Okay. The bastard city settled into a new state of normalcy. Normalcy? With every tower displayed Kairos' banner, your name was whispered alongside rumors of a decorated career to come. The armies divided into two fronts and migrated south. Tunon sent word that you were to join the next frontier of Kairos' conquest, either as judge and overseer of the settlement of Lethian's Crossing, or as a war advisor with the armies advancing into the realm of Apex. So, Lethian's Crossing, deposits of iron made the settlement of Lethian's Crossing a strategic war asset. Kairos sent the Forgebound, okay, those are the super mage smiths. Tunon the Adjudicator sent one of his Fatebinders to ensure the enforcement of Kairos' law. That would be me. I think that's what we chose last time also. And the Apex, the troops of the mountain realm of Apex stood idle in the safety of their valley, biding their time as their neighbors in the bastard tier fell. In the second year of war, a joint force of the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus crossed over the mountains to take control of the tier's central valley. That's kind of cool too. Now we're gonna do Lethian's Crossing. Let's do that. Iron is a big thing in this game, apparently. Let's do that. Years ago, Lethian the Bald founded a small merchant town in the intersection of ancient old walls. A pact between the settlers and the mercenary company meant that caravans were able to travel without fear of bandits or bane, and the town thrived in modest insignificance. Lethian's Crossing drew Kairos' attention for the iron deposits in the surrounding hills. With the region under Kairos' control, northern smith mages could set up workshop to refine ore and armed the disfavored with the finest weapons in the known world. The Archon of Secrets dismantled the mercenary support with a generous bribe, taking the crossing in a bloodless victory. Tunon dispatched you to travel alongside Kairos, its force, and bring order to the region. One sec, guys. There we go. I need to take a little jacket. Hey. It's kind of chilly. Alright, let's conquer this Lethian's crossing. What can we do? The iron must flow. Kairos' smith mages work the day and night to create weapons. No one faulted their dedication, yet production was low. The plans that came to light proved decisive to the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus. On one hand, any additional manpower was needed for fighters, not forges. On the other hand, the celebrated weaponry of Kairos' army needed to be fiercely guarded. Wait, and what is this? The Cult of Siren. Ooh, I think I heard of Siren. Siren, Archon of Song, used her arcane charm to lure locals into joining Kairos' army as a patroness of the Scarlet Chorus. Her offers were critical to the conscription of new recruits. When an enthralled, disfavored soldier joined her cult, his company feared that the Archon was growing out of control and needed to be stopped. The disfavored demanded that the Archon of Song seize her recruitment particles and that they be allowed to violently subdue her cult of followers. The loss of soldiers was a significant setback to the Scarlet Chorus tradition. You send the latex batch of cultists to the front lines of the Apex campaign. Those who survived were welcome to remain in Kairos' military, and their performance would stand as testimony to Siren's effectiveness. Yeah, let's do that. The Scarlet Chorus agreed to transfer Siren's latest recruitments to the front lines of the Apex campaign. Your resolution fit their traditional model of conscription, so they considered it a fair alternative. In the weeks to come, more of them returned to active duty than even Siren herself expected, likely owing to their obsessive devotion to the Archon and her enchanting music. Sweet. What do we have next? A red anvil. One of Kairos' smith mages swore allegiance to the Scarlet Chorus, jealously hoarding the secret of iron forging. The disfavored demanded the smith's immediate return. The Scarlet Chorus insisted they were within their rights to take allegiances from any source. Tempers flared and the forges cooled as arguments stalled productivity. And what do we have here? Ancient threats. Drawn to the arcane energy around the forges, mystical predators from the nearby old walls began to raid Lethian's crossing at all hours. Both the Kairos' armies reserved their strength for the front lines of the war, and yet the city required protection. You had to delegate the responsibility somewhere. Since the disfavored used most of the iron that came out of Lethian's crown, it fell to them to stand as the city's vigilant protectors. The Scarlet Chorus enjoyed a necessary reprieve. This one's a tough one. I think I'm gonna let the mage. No, I want this. Sure, let's do that. They have a large army. Let's do that. At your command, the Scarlet Chorus flooded the streets of Lethian's Crossing. In fighting and competition among the unruly gangs made for disorganized patrols and distracted lookouts. However, when an ominous tide of Old Wolf's predators assaulted the city in previously unseen numbers, it took the full force of the Scarlet Chorus to repel the attack. Who controlled the crossing? Tragedy struck when a mercenary hired by the Voices of Narat injured a force-bound artisan, leaving him unable to practice his craft. Tunon ordered the mercenaries to leave the city in the hands of Kairos, more responsible servants. Only a token garrison could be left behind while the armies returned to the front. As this disfavored and Scarlet Chorus showed increasing tension and hostility toward each other, Tunon decreed it best that only one force controlling the crossing. One second. One sec, guys. Alright, now that that's settled. Me wife was hungry. Okay, who controls the crossing? You grant control to the Lethean's crossing to the disfavored. To the Scarlet Chorus. We grant it to the disfavored because they have the mages and whatnot. The disfavored placed a modest garrison in the settlement of the Lethean's crossing, though the force was larger than might be needed to police the small settlement. The protecting the forge-bound ironsmiths became the true agenda of the defense force, as these magical craftsmen kept the disfavored invasion force suited in iron. Relieving at the departure of the Scarlet Chorus, the citizens of Lethean's Crossing felt they got the least of two burdens. You received word from Graven Ash thanking you for your decision. The forge-bound and their weaponry could not be entrusted to the voices of Narat. Okay. With the mercenaries expelled and Lethean's Crossing under new leadership, Kairos' forces congratulated themselves on bringing order to the settlements and guaranteeing a productive flow of resource. Over the course of this diversion, the army front advanced further into the tiers. Your skills were needed in the realms of Azure, Stalwart, or the Vellum Citadel. The Vellum Citadel was a library fortress, the largest archive of the written word in the tiers. So what is this? Kairos dispatched the Archons of Stone to subjugate the nations of Azure. Fell upon the Vellum Citadel, its treasure, its knowledge, its secrets. And Stalwart, which is its easily defended position and rich military traditions. The realm of Stalwart was the most formidable realm in the tiers. I did Stalwart last time, but I think we're gonna go with the Vellum Citadel. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. The Vellum Citadel was an archive and library of massive scale. Its inhabitants were known as the School of Ink and Quill, a circle of mages that, centuries ago, carved out their own mountainous refuge and on lands unsettled by the other major realms. Legend said that the Citadel housed a treasure trove of arcane knowledge. Not bad. The Overlord's spies infiltrated the school and confirmed as much. The time was ripe to send a detachment to the great library fortress and force the scholars to yield to Kairos. Okay, what do we do? Song of Ensnarement. Siren, Archon of Song, used her powers to enthrall enemy mages who crept beyond the citadel walls. After Kairos' forces rounded up the arcane practitioners, the disfavored began executing the new captives before they could share dangerous knowledge, a crime under Kairos' law, with the Scarlet. The disfavored began executing the new captives before they could share dangerous knowledge, a crime under Kairos' law with the Scarlet Chorus. Okay. And chain of command. A detachment of Kairos' army marched in the Vellum Citadel, expecting an orderly surrender. As they near the main gates, a blast of arcane energy struck the commanders dead. Suddenly, the highest-ranking officers alive, Kairos' forces looked To you, for the next steps, they call weight on your mind, as it had an immediate influence on soldiers' loss. You order the expendable Scarlet Chorus to attack, commanding the disorderly mob forward to give the elite disfavored a chance to withdraw. Though a costly maneuver in terms of the lives lost, this assured the survival of the most capable and effective soldiers. You order the disfavored to advance their shield wall, knowing that a handful of Kairos' elite soldiers could hold off the attack until the chorus retreated. You knew the disfavored would despise you for any losses at the Scarlet Chorus' expense, but that was a small price to pay for saving lives. So what are the options here? You calmed the disfavored with a compromise. The sage's mouths would be bound with iron bridles, preventing them from speaking their forbidden knowledge. You punish this disfavored for executing mages bound on the Scarlet Chorus, ordering that several disfavored soldiers be given to the Archon of Song as her personal bodyguards. Wow, these choices are something else. You know what? Let's give the Archon of Song some protection. Let's do that. The wisdom of the sages and knowledge of the Vellum Citadel were too important to silence. The disfavored balked at entering the Archon's service, but your ruling left them with no recourse. Archon Sirin, delighted in having new toys to play with, and promptly enthralled her personal guard. He spotted them in camp days later, following their new mistress with wide-eyed devotion. The Spy Master's agents, a group of enemy mages, surrounded the disfavored, claiming to be spies loyal to the voices of Narat. No one in the army could verify the claim. The disfavored readied to interrogate the mages, but the Scarlet Chorus protested, demanding that the prisoners be given their custody. They couldn't risk the voices of Narat's secret falling into the wrong hands. Okay, let's see. And what is right of command? The Archon of Song incited Scarlet Chorus recruits to fight their leaders. Bosses were killed and supplanted left and right. The disfavored demanded an end to the practice for the good of the conquest. So the Archon of Song incited within the Scarlet Chorus to fight amongst themselves, basically amongst their leaders. Okay. You agreed with the disfavored arguments. The right of command had its place, but not when Kairos' forces were outnumbered and reinforcements were weeks behind, if not longer. You ruled that each Archon had the right to govern their armies according to their nature. The right of command bred chaos, but it also ensured that the strongest rise. I mean, it is the rule. They all have the rules. Let's do that. Yeah! Your keen understanding of their ways pleased and surprised the Scarlet Chorus detachment, who thanked you for the ruling. The following evening, 2 gang bosses were murdered in their pallets and replaced by stronger variants, who fought hard to defend their status. Though camp grew quieter over time, the chorus fought with twice the ferocity under new leadership. Oh, cool. Disgusted by your approbations of the Scarlet Chorus, the disfavored forces withdrew from the field of battle. Your small detachment now lacked the manpower to take the Vallum Citadel. Okay. Tunon sent word that Kairos' practice had run thin, and Overlord would cast an edict of fire on the enemy. The parchment arrived in a slender case of engraved iron. Written on it, the words of the spell, powerful enough to destroy Valoon's citadel. You had the choice of when to read the edict. Reading it at sunrise would offer your enemies no warning of the devastation to come. You could also wait until sunset, giving them ample time to flee or make amends. Give no warning. Opting to give the enemy no quarter, you proclaim the edict of fire at the first moments of dawn, granting the enemy no warning of the destruction to come. Though the chorus insisted your action doomed their spies, the disfavored applauded your decision. Claiming they still had spies within the citadel, the Scarlet Chorus urged you to warn the mages of the Overlord's edict. Granting their request, you met with the enemy under a blue flag of peace and warned them of their doom, giving the chorus spies and the enemy a chance to run. Sure, we parley. You confronted the mages with the warning and hoped the message was received. The hour before sunset, numerous figures were spotted fleeing the citadel. As the sun dipped under the horizon, you read the words of the edict. The earth shook and red-orange light glowed in the foundation of the sprawling citadel. Bubbling up from under the library, a torrent of lava heaved with explosive force, gushing from windows and between loose bricks, melting, whining, teething in the surrounding lands. Days later, the flames still raged on. The conflagration continually fed and renewed by the power of the edict. Burn, baby, burn! The armies of Kairos left the devastation of the Valoon citadel in silence. From that day forward, the Tears came to know the once noble citadel as the Burning Library. This was an undisputed loss of resources, knowledge, culture, and life, but a message had been sent. The Overlord will not tolerate defiance. You didn't have long to rest before Tunon called you into service once more. You were one of the last to depart from the mountains, and as you journeyed off, you spotted a few campfires in the mountains. They were mere specks, dwarfed by the inferno. The last gasps of survivors were perhaps looters from Kairos' armies, bored and daring enough to pick through the ashes. You have reached the end of Kairos' conquest. Continue. Thus, our adventure begins. Oh my god.
The year is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The Younger Realms, the Bastard Tier, the Free Cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands. But our will is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. In the Valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault. With their main forces spread across the tiers, the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's Well to crush the resistance, but months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time, and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons: crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons.
Yes, yes, yes. We know that.
As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kairos' magic seals the way behind you. You are trapped in Vendrian's Well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
Sweet. All right. If you're the first time on World Tyranny, watch these windows. Okay. Lore and reactivity tooltips. This is telling us of how we can see what we can do. Okay. First things first. We do a quick save, and then we look at options. Okay, there's something. Show news, show reputation, display the effects of choosing conversation options on the player character reputation. Okay, so that thing apparently helps me with deciding what to do. Left click to move, scroll speed, tooltip delay. Let's do that, I guess. Area loot radius. Sure, I like that. Difficulty is set here. Characters will die per no. Auto level companions no. Area of okay. Auto pause when combat starts. Combat auto slow. Okay. Hidden object found. Sure. Controls, graphics. Hide select, hide off-screen point. Okay. Save changes, yes. Inventory. There's something I wanted to look here. So, apparently, we can lock these skills so that they don't progress. So, determines effectiveness, blah blah blah. Locking skills growth will prevent this character from gaining experience in this skill from normal gameplay interactions. So we lock all of those because we're only going to use two-handed. And athletics, we lock that. don't know about subterfuge. I kind of want the subterfuge to go up a little bit, but you're gonna be our parry. I'm gonna leave lore on because apparently we need a little bit of lore to learn some spells. That's about it. So that and parry. Because if I remember correctly, we can do upgrades. Okay. First things first. This is all. I have a lot of those. I also get a spear. Recovery. Why is the phalanx better? So let's see. That's our recovery, right? Base recovery time, 1 second. .6. And I have parry, which is where? This, right? And that's dodge, magic defense, will defense, endurance defense. That's armor. That's deflection. Hey! Hey there, Mighty Pie. Welcome to the stream. How's it hanging, me? No, deflection is what we need. This is the bonus from Finale. Oh yeah. Okay. So deflection. Yeah, anything that gives us deflection is good. Cool. This gives us armor penetration, which is also kind of good. And more recovery. DPS is gonna go down a little bit. Let's try that. Let's see. 10 to 16. What changes? Damage 53, 63. 3.8, 4.6. What's that exactly? Piercing? Pierce, +2. That's our damage. +3, because we have... That's actually a lot of damage, right? 15 to 21 compared to 9 to 14. Cool. Okay, let's do a quick save. Fatebinder guy, I presume. Kairos, the Overlord, be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I fear the valley was sealed with you on the other side. Okay, conversation tooltips, we know that. We know we can see things that we can do there. I don't have lore because I'm dumb, but I'm powerful. And also how to chat with guys. We're gonna be skipping over the tutorial things that I already know. The commander would say the governor of Lithian Crossing would be coming. You were assigned to govern the Lithian Crossing. Okay. But since we have no forges here... Hey, Mighty Pie with 20 months already of Prime subscription, man. Thank you so much. Here's to you. Cheers. Man, it's been a long time, right? Still, I gotta say, the beard is epic. I am in a hurry to deliver a message to the Archons. I come bearing an edict. Wait. So, let's finish off reading what he has to say. Time flies when you're having fun. Hell yes. I actually started over, so this is right at the beginning. Because first week, I got my ass kicked. Now I'm better. I imagine you're here to knock some sense into the voices of Narat. I mean, mediate with the Archons, so that we might agree on a plan to wipe out these Oathbreakers. I came bearing an edict of Kairos. Our soldiers will complete their task or die. The edict is leveled against us, but the Scarlet Chorus prevents us from taking action. Why would the Overlord punish both of us? Forgive me. It is not my place to question. We should have conquered the enemy within weeks of arriving in the valley. The delay reflects poorly on all of us. If we all follow Kairos' will and stop the insurrection, no harm will come to any of us. Let's do that. If following orders and killing the locals will save our lives, you don't have to tell me twice, and I sure hope you don't have to tell the Archons twice either. Still, this is all coming from the Firestarter, the Fatebinder that made fire bubble up in the soil and reduce the Valoon Citadel. Yep, that's me. The Valoon Citadel to ash. So you'll forgive me if I'm still terrified all the same. Well, you've traveled a long way. I won't keep you further. I'm sure that the Archons will want to hear from you. Did you hear that? More runners. Third time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountain to gather help from outside the valley. But they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Ta-da!
Yes, I got it.
Why didn't that pause? I had it to pause when the battle starts. Movement and controls, we already know about pause and that. Press escape at any time to save the game, blah blah blah. F6 and F8, okay. Cannot save while in combat. Okay, let's see. Thrust. Which weapon do I have now? The Bronze War Mace. Cleave. Sunder. And that. Let's do one of these.
On it.
21 damage. Not bad. Pausable real time with pause, blah blah blah. We already know all of these crits and blah blah blah. Sure. Okay. That's working fine. Let's try the spear. Wait, I cannot switch. Now I can. Oh. Not bad. Level up. Fate Binder 1 point. Wait, what? I'm level 1. There are 6 categories. Each companion has their own talents. Okay. Skill increase. Press E. I don't really know how that's gonna work. Okay, what's this? Okay, that's what we're doing now. Here we have critical hit, engagement, disengagement, engagement, done. Yeah, let's keep the bronze war mace. It wasn't that bad. Let's check further along the path. First, let's take all. We should be vigilant and deal with the remaining Oathbreakers in the pass. This seems like a suicide mission. What did the Vadrian Guard hope to accomplish? From what we've learned from the other prisoners, the runners are instructed to escape the valley and drum up support for the Oathbreakers' cause elsewhere in the tiers. I don't know what they think, who they think will listen to their pleas. We've smashed every army, fortress, and self-proclaimed ruler this low-born tiersmen have to offer. Perhaps they think the wild beasts will rally to their side. Victory has soaked the tiers with fear. I doubt anyone would rally to their hopeless cause. Perhaps if you had more thoroughly destroyed these tiersmen, we wouldn't have any of this. Okay. Let's do this one. My thoughts exactly. They lost this war years ago. This is little more than just a gasp of. Okay. Carry on. So we can do this.
For the Queen!
Can push the boulders. Have a little bit of athletics. Okay. Options. Did I not? Autopause. Combat start. Maybe because we're on tutorial. Okay. Oh, she's over there. So we got this guy, a honor guard, and a sun soldier. Let's do that. Let's do a thrust. There. Character recovery. Knocked out. All characters, friends and foes must recover. Okay. Reaches health to 0. Got that. Interactive objects. Got that. Wait. Let's see if I can. No. Let's go over there. Now let's do this. Because this should be good. Cleave attack! Boom! Okay, we're still engaged, right? Yes. Oh, we're hitting hard. I like that. He will attack, right? Oh, I don't think I've done this. I need to be aggressive. Save. Near death. Dazed. Cool. Sun Soldier Javelin. Take that. Let's take a look. Also make a quick save. So this is what I have equipped here. Damage goes down. This is also a ranged thing. It has better accuracy than this one. I guess accuracy is what matters more. Those are whatever. This is what is very important to us. The deflection. Yeah, deflection and parry. I guess. I don't know. I forgot what they said. But that's what we're going from. Okay, so... what is this? Oh, okay. And this thing has... on critical hit, allied AoE, plus 5 parry. Oh, I kind of like that. Let's use the phalanx. Let's try to use the phalanx. Don't bother with me. Go down to the pass, Drastus. You're wounded. It's not trivial. This, but a scratch. I've seen twice as worse 10 times over. If you let me help you. I said I'm fine. Raven Ash protects. You go on and help the others. Alright. Let's save it. Let's loot over here. We got a mushroom. Scarlet
Try
Fury.
and catch me, worm.
There's verse. Try and catch me, young Scarlet Fury. There we go. This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Fate finder. Here at last. Here to join me in putting these cowards out of their
Save
misery.
some for me. For the realm of Apex. Charge! Okay. It paused. Gladly, finally. So let's see. Sun Soldier. Sun Soldier. Another Sun Soldier. Let's... ooh, what's this? Oh, okay. Let's do this over here. You currently have the red rivers, so you can do the skewer ability on that guy. Sure. Let's do that. Also, let me see. You be aggressive and be the blade dancer for now. Let's go with that. And now you can do our cleave attack over here. So she verse deactivates stance, activates something. Oh, that did not do as much damage as I thought it would. Okay, that guy's dead, right? Cool. Let's do this.
Ready?
And dupe. Ho 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 ho. Sure. That's gonna be a thing. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, shit. I forgot her things. No, that's not what I wanted. Forgot to... I forgot to turn off her things.
Can't do that.
Take the mushroom.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, let's do that again.
Try and catch me.
Okay, we got that. Join the battle and conversation. Okay, first things first. Let's see here. So, I actually want you to progress with bows. I don't want you to progress with dual wielding, because you're gonna be my ranged fighter. Okay, and I want your subterfuge to go up. Lore, parry, and subterfuge. I got the lore and parry, and the two-handed. Okay, that's good. Good. I think I'm actually gonna switch to the bow, like dead on. Let's do that again over there. She can stance. This is 20% dodge. Use that. Also be aggressive and archer. Save. And I am aggressive also. Cool. Let's do that.
Let them think they can hit me.
Now let's switch a cleave over here.
Sorry, I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Boom! There we go. Do a arrow, I guess? I don't know.
You got it.
Okay, there. She's aggressive. That's good. I guess I could do a sunder. Don't know how much damage it does, or if it does something, but we'll try it. Ooh, that's not bad.
Bleed out, you little shit.
Cool. Does she use that on? Probably. She probably does. Ooh, he missed. He missed again. He misses often too. Okay.
Phew. I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent. I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
Not so fast. First explain what you're doing here.
The voices of Nerat told me to intercept you at Edgering Ruins before you busied yourself solving all of the camp's problems. Guess I was too late.
Okay, cool.
You're due for a meeting with the Archons, but we should handle the small matter of this ambush first.
You fight like a storm. What's your role in the army?
A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks.
I know.
Makes them easier to control. The voices of Nerat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
Why is the Vendrian Guard attacking now?
My guess. The Vendrian Guard are testing our strength in battle, learning how we perform before they organize a real offensive. That or they're really, really desperate to get beyond the mountains and couldn't wait until nightfall.
How you been, man? I hope everything's good at you. With the family and the kid and everything. I'm pulling on the slack as well. It's tiring. I get it. Join the battle!
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
Sure, nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Nerat!
Okay, let's do... Ooh! Broken helmet. You take that, and that, and all of the other things can go there. Cool. Inventory. I have a lot of these. She doesn't have. Zack. Now she does. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the bow on her. Let's give her this as well. Can use our armor. It gives her deflection. Recovery goes down a little bit, which is fine. It's fine. She's okay. It specifically says bows. All right. An empty spike stands waiting to claim its victim.
On it.
Okay, let's do this first. Custom formation. You stay in the back, I stay in front. Eyes forward, no looking back. Vendrian Guard warrior rose with his falx head high. What is a falx? It's an enduring symbol of military life in the tiers, adapted from the agrarian sites of Azure, This curved blade was, in ages past, the weapon of peasants. Oh, so it's a weapon. Stand aside, or your funeral will be over to the side of the bluff. I applaud your bravery, but I implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. Not a chance. If I surrender, I'm as good as dead. Who is this? Tarkus Deimos? At least we can drag some of Kairos' chosen along our short journey to the void. Scarlet reinforcements, hurry! Okay, we have a mage there and some furies. Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. Hold position, all of you. You there, keep to the path. No, don't engage them, we need to run. And scene. Cool, so those are honor guards, Darkest Deimos, Sun Soldier, and Sun Soldier. I'm actually gonna go on him. We're gonna thrust over here, and you can... She doesn't do this automatically, or at least I don't think so. Not at the start.
Heads up, yeah.
The companion verse has joined, I know that. And scene. What are these? Spell scrolls, not interested right now. Consumables, we know of those. Disengagement, so don't disengage or you'll get an opportunity attack. And the minimap, cool. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I'm kind of getting hit. They're all on me. Can't really see. He is injured. So am I. Let's drink a potion. Also, I'm gonna switch to our huge weapon. Chunk him in the face with it. I attack slower. Work harder. Kinda getting my ass kicked. Dude. Time to hit. Hard. And dead. That did not go as planned. I mean, we still won, right? As long as one of our party members is there. Hey, thanks so much, Mighty Pie, for doing your moderator business. Hell yeah. Come quick, we have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. Commander wounded. Okay, life goes back up. Except for the wound. Okay. Nice. Nice to know. Let's go over here. Take that, do a quick save. Take a look at our stuff. Two-handed weapons is going up. Parry is going up. I like that. That's our wound, which is whatever. Experience is going slower this way, I guess. So we're not gonna level up easier, but better, I guess. I don't know. That's a lot of stuff over there. We're gonna have to figure that out later. Let's go figure out this conflict. And that's the super mushroom. Cosma! Not yet. Ooh. Deflection. Don't like that. You know I needs my deflection. Stow your weapons or we find out how long a man screams before hitting the Raven down below. Skewer him. Worry not for me. Graven Ash will protect. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade? If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Okay, we can do the athletics one. Lower your weapon, then charge forward and wrestle the knife from him. You gain 0 athletic skills. Cool. That's right. Now the rest of you drop your weapons. And we take it and he's on the ground. Rushes forward from either side and we got you. Kairos be praised, that Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Cairns himself. This is someone. Thank you, Fatebinder. No problem. From the look of it, I guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. All that training and Graven Ash doesn't teach you to read. Examine the parchment. All that training and it doesn't teach you how to read. The commander stares at you unamused. Let's examine the parchment. Recruitment materials. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the south and follow the trails downslope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. Okay, I am loving this up until now. Feels okay. Honor Guards Bronze Folks. Bronze. It's two-handed. Oh. That's something. Okay, let's take a look. So this is two-handed, right? has accuracy and recovery. And this it's a lot better. Recovery is 4.3, 4.6. Damage is higher. I mean, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. Okay, I like that. And this gives us haste, which does 1 to quickness. Okay. Which is somewhere on the line. Parry lore. Subterfuge. Cool. Alright. Aurora, Fatebinder. We are honored by your presence. Need something? What's the situation in here in the Vandrian as well? The Oathbreakers hold the citadel at the heart of the valley, the one built around the base of the spire. The Matani River has been our largest headache during the siege. It's unsafe for armored troops to ford, safe for at key locations, and the enemy knows this as well as we do. I know it'd be a lot farther along if the Scarlet Chorus used its alleged strength in numbers to ford the river themselves and overwhelm the enemy. As it is, we must take the valley slowly and advance the disfavored bulwark, since that's where the real work gets done. Because all it takes is numbers to cross a river under a hail of arrows. If the disfavored were quicker to act, maybe the Vandrian Guard wouldn't be so trained up to face us. Burst has a point. There's been a lack of cooperation here. On both sides, I assure you, and we get nowhere by bickering over the falling of the battles. How long have you been with the disfavored? 7 years. 2 seasons, mayhap a handful of days. I trained at Fort Resolution a bit before the conquest, compared to the commander you find around camp or stationed at Ironheart. That makes me one of your young bloods. What can you tell me of the Vandrian Guard? There are at least gasp of the younger realm. Among them are warriors that escaped the bastard city siege, a few refugees from other victories, and a bunch of Vandrian locals with delusions of independence. These southern wastrels cannot match our iron, nor the chorusness numbers. What Antares gave them the nerve to rise up and ask for a second helping of battle is anyone's guess. See anything interesting during the war? I once saw a forge-bound artisan set himself on fire. Occupational hazard. And that was an unpleasant day, the first of many, to be honest. I heard about the edict you proclaimed at the burning library, but thankfully I wasn't there. One fire was enough for me. Have a pleasant siege. Okay. One fire was enough for me. Yeah, a bit. Oh. Okay, let's do quick save. Try to do this. Athletics 35. We got that.
Spotted something.
Oh, nice. Okay. It is a potion of invisibility. Go down. Dun 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 dun. Let's talk to her. Hail, Kairos, and glory to the voices of Narat. I take it you're the golfer everyone's talking about. Are you getting the lay of the ruins or just avoiding the Archons? We picked this area clean months ago. All that's left are some old stones and the prize of the distance. What do you want? Is that how you speak to a superior officer? Hey, Sarabuna Fritz. What you doing? As in, hello. What do you know about the spire? I know how to tell time by its shadow, and that it hurts my neck if I stare up at it too long. Really, it's no different from the spires in the north. Big, ugly, and inaccessible. Sorry. Just got home from the studio. Yeah. Wow. Really, it's no different from the spire, okay? It's strange that the Vendrian people build their citadel around it, but there's no accounting for taste. Let's talk to her. Fatebinder, what an honor to have one of Tunon's courts visit our humble holdfast. Need supplies? If so, you've come to the right place. House trade. Well, this is a service posting. No profit up here in the past. There's some bronze orders, something. Let's see what you got. Ooh, okay. It's a buckler. Camping supplies. We got that. So what I want to do... I think I'll hold on to everything for now. Hey! Ce crezi că faci? What the hell did the cat think she would do? So that's for selling. Okay. I'll do that, I guess. Cool. Let's talk to these guys. Talk to Drastus. This prisoner says his name's Tarkus Deimos. Then I don't think this is a complicated matter. He dies. His family's been a driving force in the Vendrian Guard. Killing him should demoralize whatever left of Tarkus's clan. All must be given a chance to find absolution in service of the Scarlet Chorus. And you know full well this has always been our way. He has a chance to be slave or soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. We'd let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send these conscripts out on patrols and they never return. You send them out. Deflecting all over again. I can't let this nonsense strategy continue. Well, I insist the Oathbreaker be taken to the voices of Narat, leaving us at an impasse. Fortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter. So, what do you say? What should become of this prisoner? The chorus should be allowed its chance to recruit new warriors. This is the sort of nonsense that got us into this mess we're in now. If we keep showing these mongrels mercy, they'll just bite us time and time again. If it will calm your nerves, I assure you this one won't be put on the battlefield. Make sure the prisoner is taken straight to the voices of Narat. I won't keep you here any longer, Fatebinder. I know you have important business in the valley. For the glory of Kairos. Okay. So we did a thing. Mocking Blaze. We sing the anthem of pain. Is dressed still have we have my thanks for you. I must attend to the rest of my soldiers. Okay. Another battle for the Scarlet Chorus to mop up. This is just flavor, the symbol of the Scarlet. Okay. Who are you guys? Horde? They just have, yep, flavor text. Is the save? Let's go over here. See if I can get to that other thing. It requires athletics again, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but we can do it. We're strong enough. A mighty pie with the tier 1 gift to trip the tea again. Oh, subterfuge 39?
Can't do that.
Hmm. Uh, 35. Okay, so we can't do that. I won't be able to do everything like this. True. Store, we know of what a store is. Hidden objects, we know what that means. Siren song, we haven't found Siren yet. But apparently that shit is powerful. Hello, that should be powerful. Okay, I think I've talked to everyone. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure. You cannot go there. Okay, that has been it. Let's do a save and let's go. This favorite camp. Seize your something something. Hail, Fatebinder. Camp's on up ahead. Don't mind us. I'm just clearing out the rebel. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about what rights. What nonsense is that? Am I not allowed to trade one thing for the other? It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom I speak for such a thing? Not us, and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to the bastard city and please your case before tune on. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make the long trek a bit more bearable. Anything to be argued before Tunon may be argued before me. You had best start making a very strong argument as to why I should help you. These warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful they're even listening to you speak. Okay, start making your case, dude. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel, and if the Fate Binder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today, or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing draughts. Certainly any army will need those. Wow, we're missing so many things, but whatever. These are essential goods to the war effort. We should leave the supplier intact. If the disfavored have reason to question these items, I shall trust their judgment. Fine. But he has no permits. You're allowing this low-born wretch to profit when he should toil like any other conquered tearsman Fatebinder. It is your right to settle disputes when we lock horns with the chorus, but you have no authority on this matter. But I have the authority to write him a trade permit, trust me. He'll be of use to the Legion. We'll tolerate your presence, but you will pay them handsomely for such charity. Leave this cart as a gift for Graven Ash, then leave and never come. Are you questioning my judgment? Oh, we can do that. I can write him a permit. You seem so bent on protecting this tearsman, so be it, but spare us both the parchment. Peddle your wares, but know that you're one mistake away from being strung about a palisades as a warning to others. Understood, ma'am? You have shown me great mercy, and I will not squander it. I will endeavor to keep this camp supplied to the best of my ability. A favor with Lethian's crossing. Ugh. My deepest thanks. I thought I was about to be robbed and left for dead. I'll be sure to keep my head down and not make any waves. Oh, they're just gone. Okay. Can I talk to you? Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. Oh, Verse is talking to me. What's that? The voices of Nora told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I am only hearing half of the story, so let's have it out. I'm here to deliver an edict from Kairos. That makes crazy kind of sense, considering how long the siege has taxed the armies. I can understand why Kairos would send you with an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? The Archon must claim Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all will perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Kairos sends any lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. Subterfuge. Enough of this. Okay. I really ought to be meeting with the Archons. Warta is just over there. One last thing, be careful around the disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head.
On it.
Thank you for taking down the disfavored from doing worse. Sad times we live. So, saving your hide was worth... Oh well, naturally. One good deed deserves another. Well, when I have my shop up and running, I'll sell you provisions for a song and give you a proper bounty on any odd bits of weaponry you find, provided that you keep standing up for me should those iron goons try to roughen me up a second time. Oh, okay, so he's gonna be a shop thing guy. You were lucky with us before, merchant. Take care that you don't challenge your luck again. Okay. Let's go exploring. Exploring over here. Let's go exploring. Exploring over here. Humble grave lies before, be deeply engraved in the iron.
A modest grave for the Archon's son, Brennix. We don't bother with funeral rites in the chorus. No point in thanking conscripts for their duty.
Oh. I get it. I get it. Step closer and present yourselves. The wood used for these parrots is finally cut. These walls have yet to see any battle. Alright. Save it. It is I, the Fatebinder. Well, look at you. All gate crashes from the court is still in one piece. Welcome to the disfavored camp. Always happy to have an honored ally pay us a visit. Graven Ash protects. That he does. Be well, Fatebinder. Glory to Kairos. And scene. We're in camp. Pantyboard. Hail to you, guardian of the law. If you have a few excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the disfavored suffer a merchant in their camp, that must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. Most of the camp followers are slaves or haulers. You don't see many merchants. I try not to congratulate myself on my good fortune, since it's by the wisdom and mercy of Tunon that I make profit. Perhaps we're not so different in that aspect. Wink wink. Your largest crate. Open it now. Of course, Fatebinder. Don't let me inconvenience you for the moment. Everything seems to be in order. Lie. Smells like bellgrass in here. Have you been selling something you shouldn't? Bellgrass? But this is absurd. I never touched this stuff. Oh, I recognize this for what it is. Though I admit I assumed things were more orderly in the military. You won't find any contraband here. Of that I can assure you. And I've traveled in the company of Ventured Iron Legion for enough of this conflict that my honesty can be vouchsafed and defended. Do you really want to challenge your word against mine? Try to understand, my honesty is at stake here. Some merchants are willing to compromise much for rings or favors, but my trade depends on my reputation. It would be simple for me if these accusations didn't go all the way to Tunan's court, but come that may, I'm prepared to defend myself in the eyes of the law. Fair enough. Your generosity knows no bounds. Let me see your wares. Okay, bronze stuff. Don't need anything. Apparently we should stay away from heavy armor. Okay. Let's do another save. Let's see, what do we have here? Here we have a stone shield helm. And then here we have the table is lined with various medicinal herbs. Carefully skinned game. Hang from this branch. They're apparently sickly and okay. No. Subterfuge 10. We get a bronze hammer. We get some grain. We can't go further. Let's come back here. Subterfuge 30.
Good thing I keep a torsion wrench handy.
Okay, her subterfuge is going up, which is good. Heavy cloth sandals and lesser sigil. What is this? Cart with fresh food and something. Then we have Rona over here. Not interested. These arrows were fetch with precision and something. And care. Okay. Barak. Doesn't want to talk to me. Sparing dummy. Seems better days. Oh, that's me. On the map. Sorry. We have a Warren's short bow. Take that. Here's the smith. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly what I got. Why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch. Don't get me wrong. I can take a beating and get back bent into shape. Unlike this stubborn iron we have here. And we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't a problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. They call the disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. You mentioned an iron shortage. I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down to the Matani went missing near Ekokal crossing. I'm afraid we won't be seeing any more now that the valley is sealed. It's the first time I'm hearing about it. Keep your voice down. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Variant Guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumble of a boat and is rusting on a riverbed. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself in Ekokal, I suppose I can keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the great general, more than you might guess. Maybe he's quick to offer his thanks to our outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. It wouldn't be a boon to the war effort if our iron was recovered. You can trust me to handle this. I knew that Tunon wouldn't have dispatched you without good reason. The court isn't exactly known for gambling when the stakes are high. You see that? This is how we tell apart our iron shipments from the rest. He glances to a crate beside him and points to a small set of notches on the wood. Okay. Good hunting. You look like a competent fighter. Why aren't you swinging your hammer in the enemy's face? With the ash of the Legion gave me the opportunity. During our training at Fort Resolution, I demonstrated some skill with the craftsman's hammer. Now whenever there's when there's arms and armor to be mended and no forge bound in attendance, they look at me. What's your wares? Ooh. Oh wow. These are like super interesting thingies. These are good. They have deflection. Heavy armor, a shield. I'm not buying anything right now. Oh, subterfuge 37. What do we have here? A nobleman's hat. Accuracy +2. Oh, this has accuracy 3. Never mind. Cool. Can I go around here somewhere? That is a no. That is a no. Let's do a quick save. The Archon awaits you inside, Fatebinder. I like how they both. Oh, I remembered that being there.
Ain't that odd?
Oh, okay. Doesn't help with the subterfuge thing, but still. Water. Let's talk to Marcus and Lucia. I am Lucia, this is Marcus. Hello. Assigned to your hospitality. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Do you always stand at ease in the presence of a fighter, of a higher officer? No, sir. Is this... I wasn't briefed on the chain of command. Do we report to the Fatebinder now? I hear Iron Marshal says that Tunon's agents can intercede if there's a dispute. That sounds pretty authoritative to me. I'm not so proud that I won't strike a pose, if only to keep up appearances. I gotta go. Hey man, thank you for dropping by and dropping all them much appreciated attentions. Love you, man. Take care. See you around. Drop in whenever you have time, whenever you feel like it. I'll be here whenever I can as well. Okay, let's see. Marcus, tell me about yourself. Not sure there's much to tell. I trained at 4 Resolution. This is my first campaign, and I'm proud to be with the Legion. Are you bragging? Yeah. In all seriousness, I would take the spear again if it brought honor to the disfavored. Lucia, tell me about yourself. I do this, and I do this. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've seen the legions through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretenses of honor can wear me down. You seem handy with a weapon. Aye, and if you ever want some pointers on how to use that weapon of yours, just let me know. Are you flirting with Tunon's Fatebinder? Relax, Marcus. There are plenty of camp slaves if I ever need to scratch an itch. Although, if you ever need someone to warm your bedroll, let me know. I sleep in my armor. Hope you don't mind. How have your skills fared in the battle against the Oathbreakers, Marcus? Every battle is a reminder of the Legion's superiority. The Oathbreakers have plenty of heart, but nothing to bear out Northern values and Graven Ash's love. What's it like serving the disfavored? In spite of our name, the Legion commands more honor than any military on the face of the Tyranny. Unlike the Chorus, there is traditional discipline, teamwork, and unity and purpose. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. We're a tightly knit family bound together by trust and glory. Accurate enough. If the Legion boasts so much honor, why are they disfavored? Insufficient reputation. Okay. Let's see. Marcus trains in two-handed weapons and parry. Okay. Cool. And then Lucia, one-handed, dodge, and athletics. So what was the thing that we needed? Let's do a quick save. If we take a look, parry, okay, and accuracy. We're not gonna get that. Parry is important. And two-handed weapons. Okay, let's see. Might do parry. Cool. Lucia had athletics and dodge and one-handed weapons, so we don't need those. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. Let's do a quick save. Let's also do a save. Cool. yeah, let's go in here. So they're constantly bickering here.
I got it.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery. But I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
You hear the voices in your head. Well, hello there, Fatebinder. We'll be with you in just a moment. Okay.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Okay. When these two get going... Okay. So we're not gonna do anything. Let's clear our... Okay, remain
I
silent.
always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guests speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
Can you hear us, Fatebinder? Cough if we have your attention. Ooh.
And I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
The voices of Narat tosses his scepter in the air. Okay. Good, good. Now pay attention. You might miss something. Are you two just about done? They bicker like children, do they not? I meant only to say welcome. Welcome to our guests, the Fatebinder. And not a moment too soon. Governor Guy, long have we been honored by your iron. Now we are honored by your presence. I must apologize for my lords. Temper runs high of late. Bow to the Archons. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I've traveled long to be here.
Ah, the fire starter has arrived. Welcome, welcome. Our agents tell us such lovely stories of what you did at the Vellum Citadel. Have you come bearing another fragment of Kairos' wrath in tow?
Yes.
My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edring. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all.
I require no thanks for doing my sworn duty.
Modesty is your prerogative, But know that cooperation and goodwill have been rarities of late. You do your Lord Tunon a great honor by aiding your cousins in the disfavored.
No, don't mind us while you trade your gushing praise. We're sure the Fatebinder has come because our company lacks in small talk.
Like I'm bearing an edict.
For the second time, Brother Tunon selects you for the glory of proclamation. You should be honored. Tell us, what has the Overlord decided to unleash upon the Oathbreakers?
In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless... Okay. It seems you need some encouragement to work together. Yeah, the Overlord loyal servants must hold Ascension Hold by Kairos, Day of the Swords, and or all in the valley shall perish.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
Okay.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Watch him squirm. So many tears over replaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War. You'd never see blood echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. He'd use the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brother's rib cage, because that's how a real man deals with grief. Bicker all you wish, you're just wasting valuable time. Are you too daft? It is your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict. Learn to work together, or we are all doomed.
The Fatebinder is right. We're acting not as leaders, but as children. I've no time for your foolish japes and petty taunts. We should focus on the objective at hand, and that is taking the Mittani River, and then advancing to Ascension Hall and ending this edict.
Our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Now go solve this problem you've started. My lord! Barak and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movement along the river. I will dispatch him at once. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can't take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Thus, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
Okay. Swing by the Scarlet Chorus camp before you get wrapped up in whatever errands the disfavored demand of you. The Scarlet Chorus could benefit from your expertise. Okay.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narat is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us.
It's all good.
You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. I would be honored to help. I will be at the training grounds, readying the soldiers. Find me there when you're ready. And though I am loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out if you must. Okay. Talking with companions. We know of that. But first, save it.
Is that all? I've got this.
Disfavored iron sword. A garnet. The bell report from Echo Crossing blames the failures of the assault on the village and the Scarlet Chorus.
Right.
What is that? Broken skull mask. Let's talk to you. The first time you proclaimed an edict, you gave the enemy a suspicious amount of time to ready themselves. I chalk it up to excessive mercy for backwards people, but then the edict against your own kin, the order you follow to the letter. May we speak a moment? I tire of all this endless battle. I am the Archon of War and over. So, okay, so he doesn't want to talk. Okay. Let's go outside. I didn't talk to Bitter Quip. Glory, the voices of Narat. Feedback, I presume. I am Bitter Quip. I am here as the emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. What is it like working with the disfavored? Reporting to the Iron Hag is an insult. She fought one duel for her title. One. Her leadership must be continuously proven, earned, and defended. Weakness should bleed to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top. My assignment here is also an insult, but one I will bear for the good of the chorus. What can you tell me of the Scarlet Chorus? Tell me about the voices of Narat. He is a supreme commander and public servant. He who sets us free, but directs all. The doctrine of strength speaks to me, and I answer its call, as did some of my arcane peers. Okay, so he joined because he wanted to. What is your role in the chorus? I am a blood chanter. Cool. Sounds as if you really like the voices on Rot. He says nothing. We have Cerberus. Fatebinder guy. Am I right? I'm Cerberus, commander and third generation disfavored specifically. I'm Cerberus the Younger. I the ranks as commander, but lately I'm just organizing patrols and trying to stay out of the way. You should talk to Iron Marshal if you something other that needs discussing. I've overheard you asking the Earth Shaker where their reinforcements have gone. Is there a problem? I'm afraid so. Radix, the head of the Earth Shakers, was supposed to arrive with a group of his most competent spell slingers to help break this stalemate. I don't know what's holding up their arrival, and that worries me. If you were all inclined to lend a hand, we could use some arcane support. Where is your dignity, Northman? The Iron Legion doesn't need spellcasters. So if I do this, let's try it. I don't know when I saved. You do me proud. Oh, okay. And would that I could agree with you with a full heart, but I cannot ignore the mages are critical asset of war. Okay, I can lend a hand. Could you? Farewell. Wait, I didn't think that the siege has delayed for so long. I should have been over real quick. It's simple. The first cohort arrived in the valley and went right for the kill. Okay. We will do some more talking tomorrow. Right now we're just gonna do a hot save, a quick save, and an exit to the main menus. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It is enough time spent. I feel like we started off a far better playthrough and it won't be that hard, and I can actually progress in this one and learn the game. That being said, enough said. I wish you all a great rest of your nerdy day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have fun. Bye bye.